Bad Boys for Life is the latest and possibly the greatest instalment in the Bad Boys trilogy that spanned over 25 years. 25 years, started in 1995, then went to 2003, and now 2020, we've got a third film. It's nostalgia, it's just that tour de force, it's just the old spark that Martin Lawrence and Will Smith had in the first one, the second one, and now in the third one. And the third one's been in the making since like 2008, and it's been kind of like more solid since like 2014-15, and then obviously like in the last 2 years it's been like, it's happening, don't worry, it's happening, and it finally happened. First we get news that Bad Boys 3 and 4 is happening, the third one and the fourth one's are passing the torch. Now obviously we know what Bad Boys 4 is happening with both Will Smith and Martin Lawrence returning. Now, here's a funny thing though. This is a spoiler review, obviously, right? But they've confirmed the two are returning. But when you watch this film, you think, oh, because obviously the trailer showed you them going out in a blaze of glory, bang, 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 one last time, all that. But the thing is, so in Marvel, the MCU are famous for fooling us in trailers. This film fooled us, but 4 times. Like things never went there, or 3 or 4 times that they never went the actual way that it showed in the trailer, and you're just like, I wonder. So it starts off just a good old-fashioned car chase, right? Cops are chasing the bad guys, led by Will Smith and Martin Lawrence's characters, Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett. It turns out they're rushing to the hospital to witness the birth of Marcus's grandchild, his first grandchild. And who's the daddy? Who's the baby daddy? Reggie from Bad Boys 2. That infamous, just fantastic scene with Reggie coming to the door to be like, I'm taking your daughter out. And we all know how, if you're a fan of Bad Boys, we all know how it plays out. So to see the same guy coming back for just a small little moment, it was just poetic. It was just tremendous. So this whole time as well, we've got the villain of the film. I'll give you that. The villain of the film, Mexican cartel. Again with the Mexican cartel. They damn Mexicans, they just don't get a break. First Rambo took them on last year. Now Bad Boys have taken them on. So we get to the title card, and it's the good old fashioned Bad Boys theme tune. Bad Boys 1985. Oh, it's tremendous, fantastic. And the score is actually conducted by a guy, Lorne from Inverness, Scotland represent. Who I found out he's actually done work on a lot of films like Dunkirk, Bad Boys 3. I looked at his Wikipedia, a lot more films anyway. So. Alright, so if we cut to the Mexican cartel, this woman's in a prison, all women prison, totally slashes and gashes and just destroys one of the guards. Then the guard gets rushed to the hospital, but it turns out she's done her homework, she's watched Silence of the Lambs, she's a film fan, she's done a Hannibal Lecter 180 and switched to clothes, and you're just like, oh my god, that's so good. Copied Silence of the Lambs, Silence of the Lambs, but so good. She's a movie fan, clearly, so she knows what she's doing. So then she meets her son, and she's like, I want you to take down him, and him on a laptop, and one of them's Will Smith, one of them's Mike Lowry. So he's looking at pictures of his dad, his mum. Dad's dead, mum is in prison, so you assume, right, fair enough, Mike Lowry must have been like the arresting officer or something to do with the crew that took them down. Understandable. Oh, boy, that is a portion of the story, but like the big oof. So it's a night. It's the few hours after the birth of the grandchild. Mike and Marcus are at the bar. Everyone's around them. Captain Howard's back. Joe Pantalonio. Anyway, Captain Howard's back in there. They're all happy. And Martin Lawrence is doing the Danny Glover, I'm too old for this shit, I want to retire, I'm done, I want to see the grandchild grow up. Will Smith's like, come on, we'll be bad boys till we're 100. So Will Smith's still in that kind of shoot first, ask questions later, fast attitude, I'm not giving up, I'm not 50, I can still do this. Whereas Martin Lawrence is like, we've done this for 25 years, I'm old, I'm fat, but he says something like, I would beat you in a race. I think they were racing to the hospital room where obviously the baby was born, And Will Smith's like, bullshit, I beat you. And he's like, nah, I beat you, trust me. So the two of them it cuts to the two of them doing a race in the street, and Captain Howard's timing it, and we're gutting ourselves laughing because it's so funny, because you just think, oh Jesus Christ, this is going to end badly. Because they say something like, Will Smith says, if you win, we'll hand in our badges and our guns. And Martin Lawrence says, and Martin Lawrence says, if you win, then we'll go on Bad Boys for Life. Then it adds a title goes, fair enough. So you thought it's going to end badly. Not this way though. So the shooter, the Mexican boy, is going about in like all black on a motorbike, black helmet, black leather. He's been sent by his mum to go take down all the bad guys. Well, obviously it's our good guys, it's their bad guys who took them all down back in 1995 or whatever, right? So Mike Larry's last, but he got told specifically, do not kill him till last, because I want him to see everyone around him getting shot who were part of the original team. There was like a district attorney, lawyer, a senior officer, just all that kind of stuff, right? Retired people, all that kind of So he's running. I think Martin Lawrence falls, and Will Smith keeps running. I've won. And all of a sudden, the Mexican boy came past his helmet, and 3 bullets in him. No, I was like, two. One there, and you're like, holy shit, he proper collapsed to the ground. Like, if you see the bullets, it's not like a kind of, he gets shot, but it's like we kind of flesh wound in the arm or the leg, and when he misses him, he physically blasts somebody bits in the chest, and it's like there, and there. Oh shit. Now this is where I thought, oh my god, they've fooled us in the trailer, they've actually killed Will Smith off, because this wasn't even 15 minutes into the film, and he'd already getting taken down by 3 bullets. And you thought, right, fair enough, they're not going to be like, oh by the way, he's alive, but then you're like, I could be alive, he'll be fine. But he physically is out for like 5-10 minutes of the film. Because it cuts back and forth to Martin Lawrence. Obviously there's a scene in this trailer where Martin Lawrence is rushing for a hospital bed, stretcher, and you assume Will Smith's on the bed. And he was lying there, bullets at him, and it turns out that he actually died on the operating table 3 times. And it cuts to 6 months later. You hear crying, you hear a priest talking, and it fades out to Marcus's wife crying, Marcus crying, the priest talking, beautiful Miami background, and you're just like, oh shit, they've actually killed Will Smith, or they've maybe like killed him, because he is declared dead. We find out later he was declared dead, and he kind of goes incognito, so I thought fair enough, they're going to do that. And they do, but he's alive, he gets wheeled down, here he is, and you're like, oh my god, this is Will Smith, he's alive! Oh, thank god for that. So that was the first part. I thought, oh, they've not fooled us there, because obviously, like I said, Marvel do that, they've fooled us quite a lot of times with people getting killed and not dying, or stuff like that. Eye patch for Thor, all that kind of stuff, right? So, Will's okay, he's obviously desperate to get back into action. I want to get the guy who put me down, who put 3 bullets in me, because then the footage of the shooter goes viral onto YouTube everywhere, so everyone's watching it, so it's embarrassed his reputation, so he's like, I'm fucking gonna kill this guy. Asks the captain says no, at most you can be a consultant on this new crack cop team, analyst, just this new team called AMO, I can't remember what it stands for, AMO, led by Rita, who is the lieutenant her and Mike had a wee relationship back in the day. They've still got a wee kind of love-hate relationship. Still want to, and she's got a whole new team, young guys, Vanessa Hudgens, Alexander Ludwig, and that Chinese, I can't remember the Chinese boy, but he's the cocky one. He keeps calling Will Smith like granddad and stuff like that, and it's quite funny, the humour is quite, and the thing is, the balance between the old and the young actually works quite well. Sorry, I thought it maybe would be too like young. I thought maybe, oh here we go, it'll be the young team coming in and taking over completely, and they'll be in the background just being kind of overseeing the new team. Nope, it was balanced perfectly. Will Smith just integrated perfectly with the young team, and when Martin Lawrence comes in, it's just tremendous. It's like bad boys and bad kids. It was brilliantly executed. But anyway, cut back to, so he says to Martin Lawrence, like, listen, you and me, we're going to go off the shore, and he's like, nah, I seen you die 3 times on the operating table, I'm not doing this, I'm retiring, I want to see my grandchild grow up. Fair enough. Will Smith then says, but I need your help, are you just going to let me just get shot and that's it? And he's like, well, it is what it is. So he says, that's bullshit, and he's like, don't respect me in my house, all that kind of stuff. And that's it. And he then, Will Smith, Mike Lowry then changes Marcus's name to Quitter on his phone. That was pissed myself laughing. Every time it text, it would say Quitter, call, Quitter. So the Mexican boy then gets told by his mum, you disobeyed me, don't do that again, you killed him first rather than last. Fair enough, that's what it is. So Mike then is trying to go undercover, under the radar, to find out who the boy is, who the shooter is, basically. But as well as try to be a goody two shoes in front of Captain Howard, because he's not allowed to solve his own case, his own murder, basically. Fair enough, that's what it is. I mean, RoboCop done it and he got himself into trouble twice. So that was that anyway. So long story short, he finds out that he was one of the arresting officers who took down the dad, killed him, took down the mum, but it turns out that he's actually undercover under some name, Ricky something. He was a driver for the mum, the MILF, right? The Mexican boy's mum, the head cartel woman. They fell in love, they had sex, and that boy, the shooter, is Will Smith, Mike Larry's son. Now you're thinking, is it really, or does it just look as if it is? Nope, it was his son, 100% his son. So he's then having to go after his own son, and you're like, holy shit. Now, like I said, you do not go into this film being like, oh, I know who that is, that'll be his son, that'll be that. You do not realise that at all. And also to that, so Martin Lawrence obviously comes out of retirement one last time, as it says in the trailer. But that one last time is because Captain Howard, Joe Pantoliano, gets shot brutally in front of Will Smith. So they were at like I think it was a baseball, I can't remember, I think it was his daughter's like sports day, and they were having like a kind of baseball game, I can't remember the game, but it was a soccer game. And it was funny because he's just shouting like, she hits you, hit her back and all that stuff, and they're having a kind of heart to heart. Will Smith and Mike Larry and Captain Howard are having a heart to heart, and you're just like, this is, and he says something. Captain Howard says something that's quite dark, and me and Steve were just like, that's fucking dark, as if like that was dark. It was like, basically saying like, you want to keep going, but you just need to stop, kind of, to Will Smith. And they walk away, and they walk towards the car, and he's like, right, I'm going to invite you over, we're going to cook. And he's like, you cook? Or he's like, I'll cook. And I said, last time you cooked was Anna. And I think the phone goes. One of them answers the phone, and there's a kind of out of focus shot, and all of a sudden, woof, blood splatters out of Captain Howard's neck, and you're just like, the fuck? Oh my god, no way. He's dead. He's lying there. He's just like, he's dead, and he's just gushing of blood. Will Smith's like, oh my god. It's just, and it was so emotional. I had a tear, Mike. It was so like, that's the captain. And I was thinking before, I was just thinking before that the film get like halfway to that mark, I was like, it's so good that they managed to get the gang back together. The same captain, same Will Smith, same Martin Lawrence, and then all of a sudden bang, gets shot. It was a shocker and a half, right? But it was just so, oh no. So I've basically told you the whole plot of the film. So basically, that's it. Martin Lawrence is like, that's it, one last time, we want to get these fuckers who done this. And there was 2 or 3 times in the film that you thought that was the end, that's it, and it turns out there's another part of the film, So they both travel to Mexico and take down the Mexican MILF and her son. But obviously it's Will Smith's son, so you can't really kill him. But Martin Lawrence was jokes, and then he finds out it's his son, and he's just like, I can't believe your son beat, because his son kicks him to the ground. He's like, I can't believe you let your son beat you. So it's funny, but it was just the whole film is just a tremendous mix of action, comedy, emotions. It's just a beautifully shot film, and it makes you want Bad Boys 4, 5, 6 and 7. When I get to the end, the big massive end scene, the action was like John Wick on acid. There was explosions everywhere, helicopters coming through the roof, just oof. The AMO team got in there, Vanessa Hudgens and all, they're just like badass, let's just kill everything and move, we'll kill every Mexican we can think of. The Mexican mum gets taken down, the boy obviously gets told, that's my dad, that's your dad, all that stuff. She then shoots, she's going to shoot Will Smith, and he jumps in front of her and shoots his son. Then she gets killed. The son's lying there bleeding. You think, oh no, bloody has to have a moment with his son now. But no, they drag him out, he's fine, goes to jail, and then that's the end. The end is perfect, it's just, that's it, the end, Bad Boys for Life, you know, happy days. And then cuts to mid-credits scene, and the boy's in jail, and he's like, listen, I'm sorry this had to happen, but you know, son or not, it had to happen, you pay for what you've done, fair enough. But he says, but I've got a get out of jail free card for you, are you interested? And it cuts to, you think, oh, his son is joining the crew, Bad Boys 4, oh, it's just, and it's kind of Fast and Furious in a way, because obviously the bad guy's then been like getting redeemed to become the good guy. So you're just like, that's, if you hear my mum by the way, she'll be talking about something. But no, overall, Bad Boys for Life was an absolute fantastic film, like a proper 10 out of 10. There's shocks in it, twists in it, like I said, spoiler review. But just, it's a great film. I cannot wait to get it, to see it on DVD, Blu-ray, whatever. Bad Boys 4, make it happen. Although Bad Boys for Life is never going to happen now. But yeah, go see it, great film. And I'll see you guys in the next video.